Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Keep them held high, cause they need this is ready to get a body to buy. Find somebody rise up, so original.
Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Pascal Show. Hope you guys are all doing well out there. Hope this show finds you in good spirits. Yes, someone went weird. Good evening. I had to refresh the video. Good morning and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Pascal Show. Hope you guys are all doing well out there. But regardless, we are here on some new updates revolving around the Madeline Soto case, and actually revolving around somebody that I just don't like at all. Okay, I think we all can agree that we're not a big fan of the Madeline Soto case, and actually revolving around somebody that I just don't like. I call him Pig Vomit. Okay, I think we all can agree. Get used to it, because that's all I'm going to be calling him from this point on. Just so you guys know. Not the biggest fan of this dude. And it is what it is. Let me fix this audio. Sorry about that, guys. But echo is fixed. Echo is fixed. Okay? But thank you so much. All right? And let's be real. If you are, I don't know, if the video's being weird, refresh the page, all that stuff. I think everything's good. Okay? So, let me just say this. Echo is fixed. I already fixed it, just so you guys know. Somebody just said, pretty please fix your sound. Let me get that. Boom. It's fixed. All right. Fixed. Okay. Now, here's the thing. Okay. In fact, let me make sure everything is Gucci. Yep. Everything's good. Everything's good. Okay. Here we go. Now, as you guys already know, we are here to talk about something that's not going to be easy to talk about. So I just wanted to give you a fair, full heads up. There will be a whole lot of code words being used throughout the course of this show. We are covering some things that are not so great. Let me just say that really quick. We are covering some things that are not great, that I don't even want to be talking about. I got to be honest. I really don't want to be talking about this. But hey, there are monsters out here in the world doing things like this. So I have to talk about it. I'm not going to enjoy this at all. I'm just going to let you know that. Okay? So there will be, just a full heads up, there will be code words throughout this doggone show. And if you got a problem with it, then go get the affidavit for yourself. Read through that stuff your doggone self, okay? But for us to give you guys the news, we have got to talk about it, and we got to use these code words so they can stay up here on the internet, on this platform, and on all the other platforms as well. So if you appreciate me breaking this down, having this conversation with you, please do me a favor, hit that like button down below, please and thank you. Crush it, send it past 300 likes as you guys start to file in, okay? If you're watching on Facebook, please be sure to hit that reaction button over there. That'd be greatly appreciated. Don't forget, crush that follow button on my Facebook page. If you're watching on X, follow. If you're watching on any of the other platforms that I'm simulcasting at the same time right now, please hit that follow, like, whatever it is. If you're watching on YouTube, crush that subscribe button, please and thank you. Okay, check out the membership down below by hitting that join button down below. Join my Patreon, patreon.com/The Pascal Show. It's in the ticker going that way as we speak. Please go over there, check it out. And of course, check out PascalMerch.com. Got some really great t-shirts, hoodies, merch, swag, whatever you want to call it. A lot of them handmade by this man right here, okay, by yours truly. So please go check it out. I'm sure there's going to be something you'll love to have wrapped all over your body, okay? All right, guys, have mercy. We have got to get into some things. We got a huge affidavit, okay? that we are going to be looking at here in just a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to be going through all of it. It is just too gruesome. It is just too just too heartbreaking. Okay, from the little bit that I've been able to look through myself. I literally just got it just a little bit ago. I mean, minutes before I jumped on here live. And so I do want to say this really quick to everyone who tried to help me out on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it nowadays. I really do appreciate you showing the love. I got it from Sleuthy Goosey. Please go check out Sleuthy Goosey on Twitter. Show her some love. That would be greatly appreciated. Sometimes it's hard to get the paperwork, and some people are able to get documents a lot faster than others. It's still a game. It is still a method I am experimenting with to find out how I can obtain these documents in the swiftest way possible. But sometimes you got to get a little help from your friends, okay? Especially your true crime friends. So shout out to the true crime family, okay, out there. Y'all are amazing. All right. And a lot of you guys were like, hey, I'll send you mine. You know, I got it. I'll send it to you. And I really do appreciate the chutzpah, okay, and the energy behind it. But nevertheless, I appreciate it, okay? Real quick before we hop into everything, okay? Sabrina, welcome to the family. Thank you so much for joining. I really do appreciate it, okay? And Aria, I do appreciate it. Thank you so much for becoming a member. And just like those two members that just joined, hit that join button down below. Become a member of the family, please, and thank you. That would be greatly appreciated, okay? I'm working hard out here in these streets, all right? Trying to give you guys the stories and the conversations that you need for the day or the night or whenever we go live. So please consider becoming a family member right now. Anyway, we got to get into this story. We got things we got to talk about, all right? Now, you know for a fact that we have been talking about this Madeline Soto case for a good while now. But there is a little bit of a break, okay? There was a little bit of a pause or a little bit of a break because really there hasn't been any new updates surrounding justice for Madeline Soto. Now, the thing is, we found out that, of course, that she was found, right? She was discarded. She was found. Of course, she was emmed. Her life was taken. One thing that we have not heard yet so far is who actually is the one catching the charge for M of this 13-year-old girl. In fact, I hate to even say that she's 13 years old. I know technically she's 13 years old, but she hadn't even stepped into the teen kingdom, the teen realm yet, okay? She was only a teen for a few days. That was it. And her life was taken in such a tragic way. But this 13-year-old girl was found, right? And of course, we all know, and I just said his name earlier, but I know we are having some technical issues. But I'm going to say it one more time. And I really don't want to say this man's name. I really don't. I have no place in my heart. There is no place of respect for this man at all. Even my disdain and my absolute disgust for this particular man is so great now because of what we're about to learn about this mother lover. It is so disgusting. I don't even know if I can get through the whole thing. Okay? And you know, I'm a G, you feel me? But at the same time, not on this kind of stuff. Okay? But as you see the title up above or down below, wherever you're watching this show, all right? This man is facing 60 new charges. And I know a lot of y'all are like, so what are these charges? Well, okay. I said I was going to say his name one more time. His name is Stephan Sterns. I've heard Stefan, I've heard Steven. I think it's just Stephan Sterns. But to make it really easy for us, because we can all pronounce this phrase, pig vomit. That's his new name. That has been his new name. And it'll always be his name. I now knight to you, Sir Pig Vomit. Okay? So we're going to go from that. So Pig Vomit here is facing 60 new charges, and all of them have to do with littles. That's why I mean by I can't even say it out loud without getting choked up, disgusted, and wanting to vomit myself when I say those things out loud. And to think that this little girl went through what she went through is mind-blowing to me. And also the thing is that these 60 new counts, I mean, it to me sounds like there's more than just her that was involved, that were a victim or a survivor of this piece of trash. So, you know, of course, like I said, we got a little bit of an article that we're going to go going through. And I'm going to tell you again, fair warning, we will be using a lot of code words. A lot. I don't know if I can get through this without going through these code words. But as you can see right here, he is facing 60 new charges. And so far, I have yet to hear anything about him getting charged in connection to the emming of this young girl. The other part, too, let's not forget. Where's Mama? Where's Jen A? That's what I want to know, too. Where's Madeline Soto's mother right now as we speak? And why aren't there charges pressed on the mama? Because you know for a fact the mama knows a lot. It's not like she just knows a little something, a little iota, little breadcrumb. No, she knows a lot of stuff, y'all. I guarantee, I will bet my bottom dollar, okay, that she knows something. And yet she hasn't caught nothing yet. It's very frustrating. We got some things we're going to look at. We got some video we're going to be looking at as well. Okay. And of course, we have the affidavit. Thanks to you guys. Thanks to the family. Man, I'm like I said, I would have just come up here with this article, look at a little video, and just say, that's all I got. Good night. But we got more. 35-page affidavit describing every single charge he has just been hit with. All 60 of them. And like I said, I don't know if I'm going to go through all 60. A lot of it's the same song, just a different count, if he gets my drift. And I will say this, I'm going to get this out of the way because this is something that's been burning inside of me as well. I am quite curious about if there was a ring, if you get what I'm saying. If he was involved in some deep-seated, disgusting group, an organization of an affiliate to an organization of some sort, because why would this man be facing this many charges? Again, this reminds me of what happened in Arkansas. And I don't know why his name is escaping me right now. But that story of that monster taking his family, 2 girls that were spending the night, and he just erased them in the backyard, only to find out the house was filled with hard drives, cell phones, etc. Jesse McFadden, yes. Thank you. Jesse McFadden somebody said it from downtown. I appreciate it. All the way from downtown. That disturbing story. You remember? We were all sitting here thinking, pontificating, ruminating on the possibility of there being something deeper going on in that little town in Henrietta, Oklahoma. Remember that? And now I'm wondering, the fact that he has 60 new charges, and again, to even think that this could just be Madeline is disturbing to me, but you still have to put into consideration that there could be more than just Madeline as a victim in this situation. I'm hoping that they all survived, but we have no confirmation of that. In fact, apparently there's footage on his phone depicting persons that are not her age. that were born after her, if you get what I'm saying, way after her. We talking about littles. I'm giving you guys fair warning. We're about to walk into some very murky water. Okay? Very murky water. Another thing I want to say, though, too, real quick before we go in here, just a little. It's not even a palate cleanser, but it is a little bit of a different conversation. But I do appreciate everybody who was there last night. There was a very impromptu conversation that I had with Sebastian Rogers' father, biological father, Seth Rogers. He called into the show and he gave me a very heartbreaking and very eye-opening conversation. It was really a conversation. It was impromptu. I didn't know he was going to be calling in. I did the best I could, right there, shooting from the hip. But I do appreciate everybody who has taken the time to watch that interview. In fact, if you haven't gotten a chance to watch that interview and you are following the Sebastian Rogers case, I highly, highly recommend you guys going and listening to that full interview. It's real, it's raw, and most importantly, I'm going to repeat it again, it's real. And that young man could really use your help. Sebastian Rogers can really use your help. His father, Seth Rogers, could really use your help. So if you're out there and you are compelled, you have 40 minutes to sit down and listen to something, please take the time to take a listen, because there's a lot of things he clarifies that I think are crucial for anybody who has those burning questions that you haven't had answered yet, okay? But I do appreciate you guys who have been sharing it, who have been putting it up on X, all that stuff. I do appreciate it. Thank you so, so very much. So now back into this very difficult situation in this very difficult case. We got to get into these charges and find out what the hell's going on. And like I said, a lot of these charges, a lot of them don't have anything to do with Madeline, because apparently the footage that he has on his phone are of individuals that are not her age. All right. Below 10. Does that make sense? Shoot. Allegedly some right around 5. Going to be using code words from this point on. Let's take a look at this article really quick, okay? State Attorney's Office on Tuesday filed 60 new charges against Pig Vomit as the prime suspect. See, prime suspect. Again, nothing about charges about her yet. Again, I'll highlight it right here. I'm going to get to that part, all right? Anyway. Prime suspect in the disappearance and the demise of Madeline Soto, 13-year-old girl whose body was found in Osceola County after she was thought to be gone, missing for a week. Sterns has not yet been charged for her demise as of today, as of the reporting of this article right here. So the 60 counts that he's looking at have nothing to do with her demise. All of it has to do with him doing some disgusting stuff out here in these streets to littles. So we already know Pig Vomit is the boyfriend of Madeline Soto's mother, Jenna. Okay. And he has been charged with, and I'm gonna be skating through this thin ice with code words, but 8 counts of SB of a little under 12. 5 counts of SB with a little between 12 to 18. 7 counts of lewd, lascivious, I can't use that word either. And 40 counts of unlawful possession of materials depicting activities with littles. Okay? 10 or more images. What in the hell? Like, this man, you remember when she went missing, apparently cops were like, can we get your phones, ma'am, sir? Can we get your phones? And he was like, oh, my bad. I accidentally hit the factory reset button on my freaking cell phone. Now, to me, It's very hard. I mean, I don't know about you guys. I mean, yes, some people might be like, okay, boomer. But here's the thing, to factory reset a phone, that takes a lot of activity. Okay. That's not a, you accidentally say Siri such and such, right? It's not like you accidentally trip, you have your phone in your hand and you just hit factory reset. Oh, factory reset. No, it's not like that at all. Okay, you got to go through things, and you sure, and it'll sit there saying, "Are you sure you want a factory reset?" There's all this activity. You got to gymnastics, for crying out loud. The phone really wants to make sure you're really ready to factory reset your doggone phone. So when he said that to the police, of course, police are looking at it going, "Sure, what? Okay, we're looking at you now. We're not looking anywhere else. We're looking right at you, bruh." So they went through his phone. This is the stuff that they found on his phone. He had a library of this stuff, y'all. A library. What in the hell is going on? And again, I'm going to keep asking, is there some sort of ring going on here? Is he connected to something bigger that we don't know about? Just something to think about. But it takes a lot. And it's like he had a history. He was collecting this stuff. This is kind of some serial-esque type stuff, if you get what I'm saying. And I'm not talking about Cheerios. Okay? This is some serial type stuff, serial type behavior. You still have this stuff on your person anywhere around, period. You have it in general. Something's not right here. Something's not right. Let's continue. So this 36-page affidavit, which we will be looking through a good portion of it, okay, obtained by Fox 35, obtains details all 60 counts of what Pig Vomit is accused of. But Fox 35 is choosing not to release the details listed in the affidavit due to their unthinkable, disgusting, horrific nature. The document does not name a victim, but does include a date range of how long Sterns has allegedly been in possession of graphic materials or when the alleged A started. So June 19th, 2019. The range tops out at February 26, 2024, the day she was last seen. What's up with that? A previous affidavit from Kissimmee Police Department said that Sterns performed we already know about that, the factory reset. Whoops, I slipped and hit the factory reset on my phone. How did that happen? While it remains unclear who the victim or victims are, if one of them is Madeline Soto, she would have been 8 years old when the alleged crimes began. The affidavit said Sterns was in a position of familial or custodial authority when he allegedly committed some of these SBs. It also remains unclear exactly how many images Pig Vomit was allegedly in possession of, but each count says he was in possession of 10 or more images. That means he could have been in possession of at least 400 images in any form of CP. Do you understand? 400 images. 400 images. According to the affidavit, the content of at least one image contains one or more of the following: a little younger than the age of 5. This is the reason why I say there are more than just Madeline in these photos. Right here. I can't even say this, but okay? SB, another form of SB, okay, guys? Involving a little. SB again, involving a little. Animals. 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 Or any movie involving a little, regardless of length and regardless of whether the movie contains sound. Pig vomit will be arraigned on the charges on April 2nd. And April 2nd couldn't come here fast enough. According to the state attorney's office, SB on a little, under 12, is a capital felony and is punishable by life in prison or the DP, okay, if convicted, and let it rip. His other charges carry sentences up to life in prison or 15 years in prison for each count. Let me just say this really quick, okay? Regardless of these charges, which these charges are egregious, they're mind-blowing. It makes me want to spew up my spaghetti and all that, okay? If he gets charged with the unaliving of this girl, of Madeline, he already looking at DP. He already looking at life in prison. So we already know what his fate, what he's looking at right now. He's got two options. And in fact, the way he's been out here operating in these streets, I wouldn't be surprised if they're sitting there going, hey, put on that, let that DP be right there, and let's get pedal to the metal and let's just go. And I'm sure one of these these government officials are sitting here going, let me be the one that flips the switch. Okay? So regardless if he's looking at this possibility for what he has contained, what he has in possession on his phone, these over 400 images, by the way. Let's not forget to add the cherry on top and the sprinkles and the Hershey's syrup, okay? The chocolate syrup on top of this whole disgusting sundae. You still have Madeline gone. But yet he still has not gotten any charge for that. And I'm wondering what's up with that. I'm wondering why. And I'm sure a lot of you guys are wondering that too. Why hasn't he caught a charge for that? And I keep wondering, is there something else that police are not ready to reveal yet because they're trying to get other people and get other people locked up as well? I'm leaning on that side a little bit more. And I think the other person is going to be Madeline Soto's mama, Jen A. So that Jen A and Pig Vomit can live in absolute terror, hell, squalor behind bars. That's what I'm hoping for. And I think that's the reason why no charges have been filed as of yet. But they're coming. They're definitely coming. Okay? So he's looking for each count, 15 years in prison for each count. Okay? And he's got 60 of them. Okay? So no matter what, he's what? 40 something? I forgot his age. He old for his age. Okay? He doesn't look a day under 67. Okay? In my personal opinion. That man's lived a horrid life. So on some real stuff, if he was even found guilty on even just 3 of these charges, his life is over. That's life. The rest of his natural life, right? If he just has 4, let's just say 4, good behavior, blah, 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 time served and all that BS. Yes, Dolphin 517. The man is toast. He's beyond toast. Okay? Beyond toast. Okay? So let's continue. They, of course, are saying thank you, thank you, thank you. He remains in custody. All right. He remains in custody, of course, and he was arrested on February 28th, which we already know. But they said he was arrested unrelated to what happened to Madeline. It was because of what he turned over when law enforcement were doing a search for his girlfriend's daughter. And of course, they saw the images. So the first affidavit that we saw, and remember, there was a part that I was like, I am not reading this. I was like, I am not going to read this ish. I am not. I can't. Right. And now I'm going to be tiptoeing through some ish in a little bit on God. Okay. Because we need to know the truth and we need clarity on this man, on this monster. But the reason why he's locked up is because what they found on his phone, not because she has been found gone out there in the woods. Just something to think about. And let's not forget the infamous, the unforgettable interview that he had, including the interview that Jenna was involved in as well. It was unforgettable. And I'm sure you guys have already rewatched that countless times. And now you see some new other tells. You see, these guys were lying, so on and so forth. Okay? But these individuals got a whole lot of explaining to do. Jenny, the mom, has a lot of explaining to do. But before we continue on, I want to share with you guys what the police department, Kissimmee Police Department, released in a news release. And the thing is, this is what I shared on X right off the bat. As soon as they put this out 5 minutes and I was already posting it within 6 minutes. You see what I'm saying? At the 6 minute mark, boom, it was already up. Because I was like, what? Because I thought the affidavit that they gave us was just kind of, like what they had. I didn't know it was going to be 60 new charges. But this is insane. So 60 new charges, okay? Shortly after her disappearance, several disturbing videos were found on his phone, on Pig Vomit's phone. The City of Kissimmee Police Department quickly arrested Pig Vomit, who remains in custody with the Osceola County Department of Corrections with no bond. Yay, still there, okay? The investigation revealed more images and videos depicting criminal acts. The Kissimmee, or the KPD, provided this evidence to the state attorney's office, which found cause to file the following charges. And I already said all this stuff to you guys, but there was more which they said in the article. And of course, we're going to be going into that even more into this affidavit in just a little bit. Oh, he's 37. That mother lover 37, Jackie Sue. You lying, Jackie Sue. Quit lying. Just stop. Just stop lying. I do remember him being 37, but I was like, damn, people. Moisturize your skin. SPF 500 for some of y'all, okay? Moisturize. Damn. God, that man is ugly. Moving on. Pig Vomit. Trash. Okay, they of course say we appreciate the efforts of our partners in the state attorney's office in assisting with seeking justice for Madeline. With this being a complex case with many facets, our work is not done, and we are continuing our investigation into the timeline leading up to Madeline's demise. Okay, so this is what they put out. Okay. And now it is time to look into the affidavit. Let me drink this water. And I'm telling you right now, somebody said, Cloud just said, she's like, oh my God, I'm 40. And damn, he does look bad as F. Yes, he does. Like I said, moisturize. Honeys, moisturize. Just do it. Okay? Oil of Olay, whatever the hell you need. If you need to marinate every night in a vat of olive oil, just do it. Okay? Damn. Some of y'all aging like milk. No, not you guys. He is, though. Okay? That man aging like milk. All right? So, Jen just said, wait, I'm 36. I do moisturize though. It's okay. I'm not talking about y'all. It's just some people age like milk and they're just not taking care of their skin. That's all. It doesn't need to take a little bit of time. Take that 5 minutes. I'm just telling you. Slather some of that, you know what I mean? A little bit of moisturizer. You'll be right as rain. And water. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, he clearly had a lot of stress. Did you see that all in his face? You know what I mean? Look at that. Fine. I don't want to see Pig Vom's face, but we're going to do it again. Look at his face. Look at it. You know what I'm saying? And let's not forget that hat. If you saw the show I did before, okay, and I talked about the baseball cap, he clearly treats his face and his skin like he treats his baseball caps, okay? It's like, it's just going to stay on here until it falls off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he grows. That's why I call him Pig Vomit. See what I'm saying? Yeah, Pig Vomit. Well, he's getting his, and I'm here for it, okay? I'm definitely here for it. Okay, guys, so let's get into this. This is not going to be easy. Actually, let me do this first real quick because I know a lot of you guys are in here showing some love. Thank you so much, Sabrina. Welcome to the family, Sabrina. Thank you. I appreciate it. Did I already do Sabrina? Did I already have? Maybe I did. I'll do them anyway. Again, it doesn't matter. Arya, welcome to the family. Thank you so much. Irie, thank you so much because it's Irie. Thank you, Irie. I appreciate it. Okay. Kate's Boo, thank you so much for being a member for the past 8 months. My day becomes a bit better when Pascal comes along. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. That really means a lot. And I hope you're moisturizing as well. I'm just saying that to everybody, to all 1,400 y'all that are watching the show right here. Just moisturize. Okay. Just do it. Did I miss one? I didn't miss nothing. I'm getting right to it. Elizabeth, welcome to the family. Thank you so much for becoming a member. So many new family members. Welcome, Dagnabbit. Darling, whoa, Darling Cohen, thank you. Whoa, thank you so much for the $100 super chat. Wow, the highest in the room. Thank you so much. Just showing my appreciation for your hard work. Again, thank you for writing hard for innocent victims, all ages, in an honest and tactful manner. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Darling Cohen. Thank you so much. Wow. Thank you. That's awesome. Sabrina, I'm going to clap to this too because, man, two of the highest in the room. Thank you so much for the $50 super chat. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for all that you do, Pascal. Thank you. I appreciate it. Like I said, I mean, without you guys, I'd be talking to a wall. I wouldn't have the confidence or the you know, that energy to want to do this and talk like this and all that. So it does really mean a lot. Okay, you guys are the wind beneath my wings. I don't know why that came out my mouth. That'll never come out my mouth. I'm lying. It's going to come out my mouth again sometime soon because I talk crazy. But thank you guys. All right. Thank you so very much. Let's get into this. It was nice to have a little bit of a break from this crap because this is gonna be tough. Okay. Fair warning. I'm going to try to get through at least half of this with you guys. Okay. Because this is tough. All right. And I'm going to be doing a lot of gymnastics. So I might be like flip-flopping and stuttering like a mug. It won't be perfect. Okay. But we will be getting through a good portion of this together as a family. Okay. Just a fair warning. All right. I appreciate you guys. Let me get some of this water. Before we jump all the way into this, and let's dive on in. Okay, so we're going to cut through all this because this is all the stuff that we're going to be looking at, all 60 charges, okay? That's interesting. But we're going to start right here at the top as a family. All right, so State attorney for the Ninth Judicial Circuit prosecuting for the state of Florida and Osceola County by and through the undersigned designated assistant state attorney under oath charges that pig vomit, a person 18 years of age or older, on or on the 19th day of June 19th, or the 19th day of, June 2019, in said county and state did in violation of Florida statute, that number, commit a SB upon a female identified as such and such, as person less than 12 years of age. And in furtherance, therefore, pig vomit with his member he did something with a mouth. That's all I can say. It's so frustrating. Okay. So I'm assuming that's count one. So we're going into count two, which is very odd. Hold on. Let me just troubleshoot, because obviously this is like the table of contents in a way. Yeah. The first one is the first one. Wow. It's just not saying count one, but this is count one. All right. So we're going into count two. And we're going to scroll through all this, and it says pig vomit. Okay, blah, blah, blah. On the second day of July. Okay, second day of July 2019. He committed SB with the female, less than 12 years of age. And he did something of this sort again. Okay, so this is going to be very sticky, guys. This is so frustrating, but we're going to be like I said, bobbing and weaving. But one thing I have to say is that this person was less than 12 years of age. They're not saying that this is Madeline or not. Also, this was in 2019, July. The first one was the 19th, July 19th, 2019. This one is going backwards a few weeks, but the second day, July 2nd of 2019. One thing I'm still curious about is, when did he have a relationship with Jenna? How far back? I could have sworn the relationship was started in 2020, if I'm correct. But maybe one of you guys knows specifically the year that they started dating, okay? But I could have sworn that they started dating in 2020. They started what? Sorry, I'm just waiting to see if everybody's saying the same thing. Yep, Starfish, Jasmine, Kathleen, all of you guys just said, "Holy cow." I didn't know it was, I thought it was in I thought it was 2020. But that's news to me. That's good to know. Wow. So she may have been, oh my God. Okay. But there's information in here later on that has to do with people even younger than 5. So in my understanding, that has to do with other victims. Man. Oh, this hurts my heart. This hurts my heart so much. And we're only at count 2. Dag nabbit. Okay. Like I said, when it comes to when it comes to the kids, man, when it comes to the kids, I just can't. You know what I mean? Hold on. What do you mean by this S-dubs? Thank you so much for the 2. But what do you mean by test chat? What does that mean exactly? Okay. What does it mean exactly? Hold on one second, guys. Let me fix something. I know you guys some of my mods have been requesting this thing. So let me I need to fix something. Hold on. Wait a second. I'm confused. Okay, S-dubs, I'm about to do something really quick. Don't freak out. I'll fix it in a second. Let me just make sure this is not losing its mind. Hold on. Okay. Ha. There we go. And then Debbie, if you're in the chat, I could have sworn I saw you in the chat, but if you are in the chat, comment soon so I can fix something because I just fixed S dubs. Okay. Let me know if that works. S dubs. All right. I know that's been a request. I just keep forgetting to do it. Okay. But let's continue. Again, this really hurts my heart. It's really tough. Let's continue. Sorry for the delay, guys. I really do appreciate it. Martinique, thank you so much for being a member for the past 5 months. I really do appreciate it. Hi, how you doing? She says hi to the chat, everybody. So give her some purple heart emojis in the chat if you can. Okay. And let's continue on with this show. Don't forget to hit that like button down below if you can, please and thank you. Crush it. Hit that like button down below. Let's get it past 1K. Okay. Like button down below. Hit that subscribe button and that follow button wherever you're watching this show. Follow me on X. Hit that follow button on X, please. That would be greatly appreciated. Okay. Let's get into this. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. So we're going to be abbreviating like a mother love up in this mug, but we're going to get through it. So pig vomit, 12th day of July 19th. Shoot. Golly. 12th day of July 2019. Okay. Again, he committed SB, female little, again, with his member, had union with her member. Count 3. Count 4, July 22nd, okay, of 2022. So we're hopping up in years, okay? Violation of Florida statute. Commit SB, female little, less than 12 years of age. Pig vomit with his tool, I guess. There was some sort of around the mouth area. These are all kind of the same. Like I said, this is all the same stuff over and over again. SB, the 29th of July of January, 29th of July. I don't know why I want to keep saying January. The 29th of July, 2022. Okay. Same thing. Tool with mouth. Okay. That's count 5. Count 6. Same thing again, but this is the August 2nd, 2022. Okay. SB, same thing. Same thing as what I just said previous. Okay, I'm not going to keep repeating the same doggone thing. But this man, wow, this man did. And what's frustrating is, some of these kind of hop around a lot. Second day, August 2nd, 2022, there was footage again of SB with a little, again, less than 12 years of age. With tool around her special place as well. Okay? Count 8. SB. His tool again. With mouth. Same thing again. 14th day, June 14th, 2023. Okay? SB. They're all basically the same thing. Except some change. Another one, 19th of June, 2023. A little. SB again. His tool. With mouth. Another one. Tool. With her special place. 23rd of June, 2023. SB again. Count 12. Same thing. He really, 3 days later from the previous count, the 26th of June, 2023, he did the same thing again. Okay, but this time Oral. Again, 3 days later, June 29th, 2023. Same situation. SB. Now this time, his fingers. And you know where. Down below. Count 14. This one is initially force or to entice her. Okay, this little. Trying to get her to put her hands on him. Okay? Count 15. Again. July 12th, 2019. Now we're going back to the past again. But July 12th, 2019, intentionally force or entice her again, or this little, to have her put her hands on him in a lewd and lascivious manner. Count 16. Trying to get her to put her hands on him again. Trying to get his mouth on her. Ay, ay, ay. Count 17. Trying to put his hands on her. Okay? This one is in July 31st, 2022. Sorry, guys. I forgot to say the dates. My mind is just still really blown on this stuff. July 25th, 2022. Same thing. Lewd, lascivious behavior. Trying to... I can't say this stuff. Trying to... I can't say this stuff, guys. This is really difficult. This is very difficult. Hamburger. Moving on, the 2nd of August, 2022. All right. Intentionally trying to put his hands on her. Okay. And was trying to use his member on her body. #21st of March, 2022. Again, trying to put his hands on her special place. Here we go. Here's another one. July 2nd, 2019, and the 26th of February, 2024, did in violation of Florida statute, knowingly process any photograph, motion picture, exhibition, show, representation, image, data, computer depiction, or other presentation, which in whole or in part, pig vomit, knows to include any conduct by a little, and in doing so, possess 10 or more images of any form of CP. And the content of at least one image contains one or more of the following. Okay? This part is what I mean by a little who is younger than the age of 5. I'm saying it right now. There are other children involved. Hold on. I want to make sure you guys see this. A little less than 5. Right here. You see my mouse? I know it's very hard to see, but the mouse is going right over that sentence right there. This is more than just Madeline, guys. So this Sato, okay, SB, another version of SB involving a little. SB involving a little. Animals were involved, for lack of a better term. or any movie involving a child, regardless of length and regardless of whether the movie contains sound. That says some stuff to me. So I'm telling you right now, there are other kids out there, either unalive or they have survived and they're out there and they have not spoken out yet. And I'm hoping to God, if anyone who's watching this was a victim or a survivor of this man, I'm hoping you are finding it in your heart to speak out, or if you know of any information, if your kids were ever around him, oh my God, please start having conversations. Please start having conversations with your loved ones, with your kids, okay? Because this is not easy, yo. Okay, and I'm just reading this. Okay, this makes me very uncomfortable. And we're just on count 22, dog. Shoot, we're not even halfway through. Moving on, the 19th of June, 2019, and the 26th of February, 2024. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Same thing, images that I just listed off. All the same things again, same-ish again. Like I said, these are other littles, y'all. These are not what we were just talking about. These are not what we would automatically assume could be Madeline. These are other kids, yo. I'm telling you right now, these are other kids. There are other kids that are involved. I'm hoping that they're still alive. I'm hoping that they're getting the treatment and the help and therapy that they rightfully deserve. But moms, dads, parents out there that knew that this monster crossed their kids' paths, I'd start investigating, and I'd start investigating right now. But again, this goes all the way back. Somebody just said February 26th of 2024. Yes, that's another part as well. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. But people are smart. You smart, Crystal. Shoot, you smart. Yes. Yes, Hercules. Yes, you smart. We're going to talk about that in just a second. Okay? But this goes as far back. They have contents that goes as far back as June 19th, 2019, and as close, as up to date as the day, if I'm correct, that is the day of her birthday party. Am I wrong or am I wrong? So all the way up to the 26th of February, 2024, where there are footage, videos, etc., depicting various kinds of CP, everything from animals all the way to littles under 5. So let me just say this really quick, and I'm going to move the F on because I'm sure count 23 is the same doggone thing again. That means there's a good possibility that something happened on the day of her birthday, on the day of her birthday party. Either it was en route, either it was on the way back, either it was after the party when they got home and Jenny wasn't at home yet. Allegedly, she wasn't there yet. She was still at work. Then she came home that night, and then they all had a conversation about how good of a time that she had at her birthday party. Remember? So that could very well be it too. But then again, I don't know. I don't want to speculate too hard, but I'm going to throw this out just as a cautionary piece. There could have been other littles involved. There could be. I don't know. But we do know that this man has been a terror, depicting things, at least from what we know, as far back as June of 2019, all the way up to her 13th birthday party. Let's continue. This dude, shoot, let me flip the switch. Let me flip the switch. Pig vomit. Count 23. Same thing again. Again, same stuff. Same things that he's being charged with. Because there's countless videos. Countless videos. Count 24. Same thing. Possess 10 or more images of these things. Count 25. Same thing again. Wow, this is insane to me. Count 26. But this now says between the 22nd of July to the 26th of February. Okay, this is between 2 years, within 2 years, I guess, a year and a half, I guess. Actually, a little over 2 years, it seems like. But 22nd of July, 2022 to 26th of February, 2024. Same stuff. Just stuff that just spans. Look, just spans years of content. It's so disgusting. Count 27. Same dates as the previous. Same type of content. Count 28. This time it's the 25th of July, 2022 to the 26th of February, 2024. Same type of content. Count 29. This is 26th of July, 2022, 26th of February, 2024. Same type of content all over again. Okay. And one thing I do want to point out, because there is a good possibility that there is content that he had on his phone that had of littles that may not be, because they say it's all this stuff and it's regardless of length and whether it, my theory is wrong. No, it's all just nasty stuff. It just may have sound. It may not have sound. Some may be photos, like a still, like a picture. And some may just be moving pictures, like videos with no sound. Yeah, that's disgusting. Count 31, I'm sorry. 17th of June, 2023, and the 26th of February, 2024. Same stuff. Possessing 10 or more images. Pig vomit. Count 32. Between the date of the 19th of June, 2023, 26th of February, 2024. Okay? Same stuff. 19th of June, 2019. Okay? So this is count 33. Says on or about 19th day of June, 2019. Did, in violation, knowingly possess any photo, motion picture, exhibition, show, representation, image, data, computer depiction, or other presentation. He knew he had this kind of conduct of a little. All right. All of this stuff, same thing again. But now it's not just between these days. It just says on or about the 19th day of June, 2019. Same thing again. Possession of content, 19th day of June, 2019. Same kind of conduct. 35. Same day, same kind of content, all over again. Count 36. 19th, on or about the day of June 19th. Same type of stuff, same type of content. Again, he apparently has a lot of June 19. Okay? But he has a lot of content showing a lot of unthinkable stuff. Moving on. Count 38. So between the 23rd of June, 2023, and the 26th day of February, 2024, okay, violation, pig vomit had this kind of content that showed conduct with a little, which is all the stuff that we just said previously 1,000 times before. Count 39, same thing again, but this again will be on June 19th, 2019, having this kind of conduct. It just keeps going. Count 40. We got 20 counts left to go. Shoot. Same again, on or about the 19th of June, 2019. I'm wondering what is going on. What is this content that was on or about? I mean, I don't want to know what it is, but I'm just wondering what was so What would cause him to have so much content consumed on this particular day? But still, it's still content. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Again, I'm wondering who this 5-year-old is. That's what I want to know too. And yeah, S-dubs, why all the same day? Why all the same day? That doesn't make any sense, because we move on to count 41, same day, June 19th, same content. June 19th again for 42, same type of content. Moving on, June 19th again, count 43, same type of content. June 19th again for count 44, same type of content. Now, I get it that it's 10 or more images, so I'm assuming that it's for every single video or, that he has, video or photo that he has, and they're just doing every single count from that. I'm assuming, like I said, I'm not a lawyer. I just play one on TV, but at the same time, I'm curious that he just went and just downloaded a whole bunch of crap, you know what I mean? Or consumed all this crap in one day. That's insane to me. And this is the other reason why I keep wondering if there's some sort of deep-seated, disgusting underbelly type thing going on in Hendersonville, Osceola, or anywhere that surrounds Kissimmee. You see what I'm saying? Why is this all coming out like this? Okay? Why? Because again, same one, 45, count 45, 19th of June, bada boom, same type of stuff. 19th of June again for 46, same type of stuff. I mean, I hate to say it like that over and over again, but 47, same stuff. 48, same stuff. I mean, let's go. 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, and there's count 60. You can blaze right through them all. But unfreaking believable. Unfreaking believable, y'all. Unfreaking believable. Hold on real quick. Yeah. Sure. Let me get these super chats really quick before they all disappear on me. Martinique, and I know it's a lot to it's a lot to chew on. You know what I mean? This is a lot to consume. The amount of counts that he's looking at, the amount of content that he had, and it's not just on his phone. It was on his computer. It was all these things that he had. Countless stuff that he had. That is crazy. And I see S-Dub. We're going to talk about that in a second. Martinique, thank you so much for the 20. Thank you so much. Here's a drink on me. You're going to need it after reading this disgusting mess. Yeah. It's disturbing. Absolutely disturbing. Crystal, thank you so much for the 5. I wonder if he was watching that CP during the interview. He's sitting behind her. I don't know. Like he's sitting there vaping and stuff. I don't know. That this is a very disturbed and disturbing individual. Let's just keep that a buck. Okay. Dolphin, thank you so much for being a member for the past 5 months. I really do appreciate it. Holiday special on the dark one, Juneteenth. I don't know what that is all about. I'm curious what you mean by that. I don't know what that means. But S-Dubs, thank you so much for the 5. Are you aware of the CP ring with the rush houring in the county that busted 228 people involved just this week and involves Santa? I heard about it. I haven't really dove into it, or I haven't been able to have time to kind of jump into that fully to see what's up with that. I've just heard stories about it, and nonetheless, I'm still very I am very disturbed about the whole thing. Because yes, they basically shut down a whole ring allegedly in Florida. Yeah, it's Polk County, right? Yeah, in Polk County, and yeah, that blew my mind. And I'm like, is there some sort of connection here? Could there be? I mean, there may not be one at all, but then there could very well be one. And I'm quite curious about what else they found. You see what I'm saying? Because this is again extremely disturbing stuff. Extremely. But I got a couple other things too I want to share with you guys, because Court TV did a little thing today to talk about their thoughts on everything thus far. One thing they did say that they don't talk fully. Well, I'm just gonna let this thing speak for itself. But I do think it's interesting that they just their thoughts. Some of the commentators that come in, the specialists that come in and put in their 2 cents. I think is very, very interesting. So I wanted to share this with you guys. Let's watch this as a family. Okay. And it's also just to kind of breathe a little bit, because that paperwork, even though I didn't read the last like 15, like the last 10 counts, those counts are still all the same. So basically, they're basically saying that every single stitch of footage that he had on his phone, he caught a charge for. So if it was if there was a photo, a video, from my understanding, it seems like it's for each one. But they also said, or maybe it wasn't for each and every single one of them, because in the article that we read, they said something along the lines of 400 images of some sort. 400. So he would be looking at 400 counts if they did every single stitch of video and photo that he had on his phone or on his laptop or on his tablet or on a hard drive. So I'm wondering what's up with this. But he did have a lot of content of him engaging in unthinkable, disgusting, deplorable acts with people that should not even be doing that kind of activities with grown people. Let's just keep it real, okay? And I just can't. My mind is still just very, very blown about this whole situation. But do me a favor, if you appreciate going through the affidavit with me, please show some love by simply hitting that like button down below. I'd love to see it go to 1.1K. Let's get it to 1.1K. A like doesn't cost a thing. It helps the show. It helps the channel and all of that, okay? It really does mean a lot, all right? And I'm trying to get some really great conversations and great interviews like the one that we had last night, more on the show. And the only way I can do that is by getting help from you guys, letting the people know about this show. All right. The more likes it gets, the more reactions it gets, the more we can help the voiceless out here. Right. And hopefully bring more justice to the families and the people that actually deserve it. Okay. So please hit that like button down below. That would be really appreciated. If you're watching on Facebook, hit that reaction button. If you're watching on X, hit that like button. Share this feed as well if you can. Okay, follow me over there. If you're on there, follow me on X, the Pascal Show, one word. That would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Also, do not forget to crush that subscribe button on all these platforms. Follow, like, etc. Show some love. That'd be greatly appreciated. And welcome to all the new family members. But again, if you want to become a member, hit that join button down below and support. Let me get this really quick before we go into this video. Money moves. I like making money move too. Okay. Thank you so much for the 5. Per Google search, January 19th is, whoa. That's interesting. But hold on. Because now my short-term memory's just playing games with me. Hold on. The 19th of June is when all this stuff went down. So January, though, January 19th is one thing, but June 19th, which is the day that he allegedly had a lot of content made, or he went and downloaded them on his stuff, okay? But that's on the 19th of June, not the 19th of January. But that's good to know regardless, okay? That's good to know regardless. I appreciate you letting me know all of that stuff, okay? I do appreciate that. Hold on one second. I saw something. Oh, Pierrette. Oh, that's sweet. That's kind. Shout out to Mel. I appreciate him. I appreciate his show too. He's got a great show. But I digress. Let's get into this video. All right. Let's get into this show. And I got to hop in and out because of, fair use and all that crap. Okay. I don't really play a lot of court TV stuff on my show. I just don't. But I thought that this conversation was interesting and I wanted to bring this up and share it with you guys. So let's take a look at this. Hit the number one. Let me know you guys can hear this. Let's rock and roll.
It's trending in true crime. The disappearance and death of Madeline Soto has grabbed national headlines. But the focus remains on the adults who were around this 13-year-old child, particularly Stephan Sterns. This guy has yet to be charged in connection to Soto's death. He's the mom's boyfriend, but he's been held without bail this morning on charges of sexual battery of a child. Police said that Sterns had been abusing Madeline Soto since she was 11 years old. How disgusting is that allegation? Now, there's more. Sterns' past was discussed on the podcast Gray Hughes Investigates recently, and a man who goes by the name Ryan told the podcast that he was a childhood friend of Stephan Sterns, and he saw many red flags.
Now, I will say this: if you've been following this case closely and all that, I do highly recommend you guys going and checking out Gray Hughes's interviews. He's had a slew of them. Yeah, I mean, it is true. Like, it's just voices on a phone. But they're very interesting. These interviews, nonetheless, are very interesting. And I'm quite curious. And yeah, there are plenty of jerks here, out here on the internets, just making things up, saying stuff that they shouldn't be saying, and, saying that there's somebody, but that they're not, and all that. But at the same time, I really do think that they're genuine, real, genuine article interviews to be really, really real. And they say a lot, and we're going to hear some of it here. And they reference a lot of it here, and they reference one of them here with this interview, and it's very disturbing, guys. Okay. And yes, Jessica, I agree. They're very enlightening. Enlightening, I wouldn't say is maybe not the best word, but because enlightening sounds positive. Does that make sense? They're just very eye-opening. They're very revealing, very shocking. You know what I mean? But yeah, this is just, shame on Jen A. Shame on Jen A. She knows for a fact something's up. Come on, man. For a fact, she knows something was going down up in that. She knew for a fact something was going down. In fact, before I go into this, I'm so sorry, guys. I just found out that there was another story in Utah. A couple, same type of scenario. A mom and a stepdad confessed to S.A.ing their daughter, the mother's biological daughter, because they felt like they'd rather it be them teaching their daughter the way of the samurai than some random guy. That's a real story that just came out today, from Utah. And I'm going, what the hell is going on? What is the world coming to? They literally are sitting here saying they're justifying this, or that they would perform the act in front of their kid, so that the kid would understand and know how about the birds and the bees type stuff too. Where in your mind does that compute where you go, this is okay, this is all right, we're just going to bump uglies in front of our flesh and blood? What? Like, that's insane. I'm gonna have to pull up the story, or pull up the thing and give you the information, because I don't remember how old. But at the same time, that's insane. Like I said, just crazy. I'm sorry for the left turn, but I had to say that really quick before I forgot. It's just, what's the world coming to? What is the world coming to? Okay, this is the moment where the line of "what is the meaning of this" would make sense. You ever heard that phrase when somebody's like, "What is the meaning of this?" And you're like, why do you even say that phrase? It just doesn't make any sense. But in this situation, I'd be like, what is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of this? What the or what the you know what I mean? Moving on. I'll look it up when I find it. I'll tell you guys when I find it.
There's just a lot of details about my interaction with Stephan, just as being, preteen and teens, that he was a very strange, weird kid. Just collecting semen in bottles. My dad runs out there from the front and goes to the barn and, sees this person, doesn't know who it is, sneaks up on him, and there was a light switch on both sides of the overhang where the cars are parked. My dad flicks it on and has his Glock 10 millimeter pointed at the person, tells him to turn around and startles him, and it's Stephan. And he was over there with a camera, and it appeared to be he was trying to take pictures of whatever my mom was doing.
What a creep.
I couldn't agree more. Okay? I could not agree more. Who does that? Who does that? And no one ever said, okay, he might have some issues? Who collects that kind of stuff? I'm just saying, who collects that? Don't worry, I'm not going to repeat what they said. You heard it. Shoot. Even y'all in the nosebleed seats, all right? But who collects that stuff and is of sound mind and body? That's somebody with some mental health issues, no doubt. Yes. Tracy just said, that's not normal. No, it's not. It's not normal, y'all. And still, he just was flying under the radar like this was not. I'm just saying that, clearly there was some warning signs that were flown out here like a mug. What the hell, y'all? What the hell? Let's continue, but that's grody. Yeah, I said grody. Let's continue. Oh, and by the way, the story I just told you about, it's real. It's from Utah. And she is 15 years old. And their reasoning was, rather than it's safer for them to do it with us than for her to go off and have relations with strangers. Yeah, that is a very, very true story. Just so y'all know. Let's continue. Like I said, what is the meaning of this?
Collecting samples of semen? How disgusting is that? Now, I want to be very clear here. Court TV has not independently verified these stories. This is just what the podcast had shared, and we're certainly very interested as we're covering the case of little Madeline's death. Our question today, though, is focused on mom. Does Mother Jennifer Soto know more than she's letting on? Let's bring in our power panel. Still with me, retired DEA Supervisory Special Agent Michael T. Wilhite Sr. and forensic death investigator, professor at Jacksonville State University, and the host of the Body Bags podcast, Joseph Scott Morgan. All right, so let's talk about mom. What does mom know? Does she know more than she's letting on this morning? Michael Wilhite, will you start us off, please?
Come on, absolutely, bruh.
Well, one thing for sure, those investigators are going to find out if she knows more. And 9 times out of 10, mom knows more. I'm just speculating, but I'm pretty sure mom knows a whole lot more than what she's letting on.
And did mom have indications of the creepiness? I mean, right, she's with the guy. Like, how well do you know your partner? We're hearing this guy's creeping around with a camera, collecting semen samples. Joseph Scott Morgan, you've heard of a lot during your career. Have you ever heard of creepy, disgusting stuff like this?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, and generally it goes to serialized behavior most of the time.
You know I said serial behavior, right? There it is again. Clearly, this is somebody who's out here doing, like, if you're out here doing that kind of behavior, yeah, it ain't your first rodeo. And for some weird reason in the back of your mind, you think this is normal. And the other thing too is, I don't remember his name. I'm sorry, but Mr. Forensic Man here, Mr. Forensics guy, all right? He literally was like, she just said, have you ever heard anything so disgusting? He's like, yeah. Of course he's heard something disgusting like that before. This is what he does for a living, But for the average human being, this is not common. This is not something that's normal, all right? It's wrong. It's disgusting. And yeah, I agree. This shows a behavior it's an uncanny behavior that shows that he's done this before.
And starts at a young age, and it escalates from there. I think my biggest fear is if this individual has been specifically identified in relation to this, are there any other cases out there, Julie? I think that's probably the most chilling thing about this. Is there some way they could go into CODIS if they have a sample from him where he has not been hooked up on charges previously and see if there's any kind of involvement in any of the open cases that might be out there?
Good job.
And I can, I bet you dollar to donuts that they are going to go down that road, I would imagine, to see if anything else is involved. And yeah, to my friend's comments about Mama knowing, they're domiciled in this residence together. She has to have some kind of level of awareness that things were going on in there, and that's going to bear itself out. Remember, he's charged with a sex crime at this point in time. That's a big clue as to what they're looking at here.
I completely agree. Let's take it a little bit back with what he just said a second ago. Okay. The fact that there's serial behavior. This is something that, now it's part of his norm. The rest of the, on the outside world looking in, they're going to sit there and go, that's a little odd. That's weird. Okay. That he does that kind of behavior. Given the fact that you have a girlfriend that he said they live together, they lived in the same domicile. Clearly she's going to see if there's any odd idiosyncratic type of things that he does. If he bites his nails all the time, if he picks his nose all the time, if he does anything, whatever it may be, right? If there's a nervous tick or if anything that it shows off some sign of anxiety, she's going to pick those things up. Clearly, it's not like she's going to sit there and not see these strange behaviors and not bat an eye to it. But then again, I will say this too, okay? This is somebody that what I'm hearing, what we've heard is that she could possibly have some mental health issues as well. You got someone who may have low self-esteem, meeting another person with low self-esteem. They both have mental health issues. Clearly, there's some sort of codependency issues as well going on in this relationship, to the point where he was able to finesse her, manipulate her in the way that he wants her to be. Maybe he hurt her, maybe he whatever, right? Now, I'm going to say this too. That does not excuse her behavior, does not excuse her not speaking out or stopping things or even just straight up calling 911 and getting his ass arrested. It doesn't justify any of those things, right? But at the same time, it is interesting it is a little bit of a possibility when looking at at this particular case. Still doesn't justify anything. But at the same time, it does kind of make you go, okay, well, it may give us a little bit of an explanation on why this stuff went down, no matter how disgusting and disturbing it is. So I'm hoping that I literally think she knows a lot more. I think she had her hand in a lot of this stuff as well. I don't think he did this all the way alone. I think he did a lot of stuff out in the open, right in front of her. I think she knows a lot more than what she's giving, more than what she's been giving. I feel like she's feeling like she needs to hold it down for him or some ish, which is crazy. But something's up. Something's definitely up. Regardless, if it was her hand that took her life or if it was his, she is hiding a whole lot of stuff. Regardless, let's continue. And I'm just waiting for 5-0 to lock her ass up. I'm waiting for her perp walk, and it's coming soon. It's definitely coming soon. I just feel it in my bones.
That's right, Professor. You're absolutely right. Photos of him with her, sexually abusing her, have been located on his phone. It's just a matter of time till those homicide charges get filed, if you ask me. Great points from you both. Let's move to another big trending story now.
Yes. So again, I couldn't agree more. I think that this is it's very disturbing, all of it. And the fact that you have this little girl who's lost her life. And again, we can't forget the fact that he has a slew of content, and all of this content could be of other victims, is definitely something that I'm going to have a hard time going to sleep tonight thinking about. I'm going to be real, because that means there's other kids out there, maybe cold cases, unsolved cases out here that he could be connected to. And that's one thing that one of the commentators said. I really, really hope that they're using his DNA and cross-referencing a lot of these other cases, because he could be involved in a whole lot more. I don't think that Madeline is his one and only unalived victim. I think that there are more. And those videos, those photos, and all that could be breadcrumbs in solving those cases. If those kids are seen in these videos, their faces seen in these videos, I'm hoping that can help them go through their databases, go through the content that they have, and just see if any of these old cases are that of the kids that are on these videos. This is a very, like I said, I think this is one of the worst kinds of people out here. And the fact that he was even an employee inside of Disney, inside of the Epcot Center type of thing, it still just is disturbing to me. It's like he was out here in these streets, lurking. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just gross. It's very, very gross. Okay. But I'm going to open up the phone lines for a little bit. Okay. Just for a little bit. Because I know there's a lot to digest with this. A lot of the content we just talked about, very, very tough. But what say you guys? What are your thoughts on what we went through, what we talked about? How do you feel about it? Does it, I don't know, does it inspire you to say what you need to say on it or not? Let me know. Give me a call. It's just absolutely crazy. And it's still wild to me that there are people out here that think like this, that operate like this. And the fact that he was operating like this for a long time also very much is disturbing to me. Hey, you're on the mic with the Pascal Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Pascal, it's Martinique.
Martinique, what's up? Thank you so much for calling in. What's on your mind? Oh, by the way, chat, hit the number 1 to make sure you guys, let me know you guys can hear Martinique. But what's on your mind? Speak on it.
a few things that I have already put in the chat, but a few theories.
Shoot.
One, those pictures could have been screenshots that he was taking to save when he did the reset to restore.
Oh. Well, I will say this. A lot of the photos, like if we're looking at the thing right now, like I have, it's still one of the pieces still up. That's a good theory, but they say on or about the 19th of June, 2019. So if there was screenshots, like I don't know why he would have screenshots on a phone that he's trying to factory reset, if that makes any sense.
It could have been on another device too.
It could have been on another device. He could have sent it to himself over there. The other thought I had in my head is maybe from them retrieving, like going and getting the footage, because this is deleted content, right? So maybe they went and they were trying to, they're trying to get pieces, right? And whatever they can salvage, they were able to get, but maybe some of the files are corrupted, or maybe some of the files weren't telling us the date specifically. They're just saying on or about this particular week, or, in June of 2019. You see what I'm saying? So I keep thinking that maybe that's the situation, from them trying to, salvage whatever they can grab from the phone, which also could mean, they said 400 images of videos or just pictures, which is insane. It could be double that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, it's interesting.
And I also think they need to search everywhere Jen has been, because I don't think he's the only one with evidence. There's no way he's the only one with evidence. She has something somewhere, and there's absolutely no way she didn't know.
Yeah.
She had to.
I think so too, because I will say this though. They went through her phone too. And I wouldn't be surprised if they did a deep dive, like delving into her phone just to see if she deleted stuff and just to see what she may have deleted. But they haven't brought her in on anything as of yet. So
there are SD cards.
Oh yeah, SD cards. But I feel like they're going through. I'm going back. I hate going back to this stuff again. But it's saying, photograph, motion picture, exhibition, show, representation, image, data, computer depiction, or other presentation. And I know that's just on his phone or on his own stuff that he works off of. But at the same time, it is very interesting that they're putting all the charges on him right now when it comes to that. Yeah. Did she have anything to do with it? Maybe.
If I take my SD card out of my phone, everything I've saved on my SD card goes with that SD card.
No doubt.
She could have taken it out.
Oh, she could have. She
had to have known. And for it to have been going on so long. And then I read in the chat that Jen had a dog sitting business.
Oh, that's new to me. I didn't know that.
I need a drink. Okay.
I think we all do.
I just needed to say that.
I appreciate you, Martinique. Thank you so much.
I pray for everyone's mental health. Pascal, please decompress after all of this.
This is why I work out, everybody. This is exactly why I work out.
See you in the chat.
I'll see you in the chat, sweetheart. Bye.
All right. Bye.
Hey, you on the mic with the Pascal Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Rachel from Ohio.
Rachel from Ohio. What's on your mind? Thank you so much for calling in. What's on your mind? Speak on it.
I'm kind of speechless right now because I'm not really shocked as far as the 60 charges. I'm shocked about the part about the animals and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't. There's nothing I could. There's so much I want to say, but I can't say it. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep it as PG-13 as I can. But yes, it is still. I am still absolutely. I'm quite thwarted by the information that we have consumed tonight. Yeah, this is a monster.
And Yeah, I'm not going to cut you off.
No, it's okay.
And I'm curious about, like everyone else saying, when is Madeline's mom going to be charged next? Like, how long do they got to wait for them to charge the mom? Because the mom had to have known something.
Yeah, I really do think that she knows. I agree with you. I think the mom knows a lot. I think the mom knows a whole lot. And I'm hoping police are doing something about it right now. The other thing too, though, I'm wondering, where is she right now? Where is Madeline Soto's mom at? Where is Janae? Is she still at the house at their apartment, or is she over at her sister's house? What's going on with her right now? Because I don't think anybody is really taking the time to let us know about her movements out here. And I'm not sitting here saying that we need to have people outside protesting and going crazy and all that stuff. Nah, I'm just saying, where is she exactly? You know, and everyone needs to, we need to know, we need to have her know that we're keeping an eye on her, because she's still, in the general public's opinion, a prime suspect. You see.
Well, I've been hearing through, not me cut you off. I've been hearing through the grapevine that she's been staying at her sister's. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. That's kind of hearsay on here and there, whatever you want to call it. But I hear she's been staying with her sister and that she has a lawyer and everything. And I believe that's the main reason she hasn't really said nothing, and she went kind of underground, but not underground.
Okay.
I mean, who knows? Who knows how true that is, though?
I understand that. I mean, no matter what, I get it. Her having a lawyer does not mean an admission of guilt. Her hiding out is not an admission of guilt either. Because I mean, imagine you being innocent and everybody and their mom is looking at you like you did something like this. I'd be hiding out too, but still, I'm just curious. You know, I'm just curious if she's going to do something crazy, like try to run off or something like that. So I'm just kind of waiting. I'm just kind of waiting to see what she about to do. Real talk.
Yeah. Oh God, I hope she doesn't run off like you said. Well, I heard the grapevine again on social media and stuff that the police has been keeping an eye on her. So if she runs, she probably won't get very far because the police are keeping an eye on her.
Right.
Maybe move.
Oh yeah. No, I don't think she'll get very far. I don't think she'll make it past out the state of Florida. To be really honest. No, I don't think she will get very far. So we'll see what happens. But I appreciate you calling in. Yeah. Thank you so much for calling.
And thank you, Pascal.
All right.
Thank you, Pascal. You have a good night.
You too, sweetheart. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, you're on the mic with the Pascal Show. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Oh, hey, let me put you on mute because my TV is off.
Oh, okay.
This is Shannon. I'm out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Shannon, coming from the cheese state. Thank you so much for calling in. What's on your mind? Speak on it.
So I've been watching you for a long time, and I just subscribed because I'm just choosy with subscribing and chatting and stuff because people get really worked up, and I have strong opinions. So I've learned my lesson in the past. But so I just kind of want to give you a little perspective as far as this whole situation. This guy probably has other victims. He probably has a lot of child porn on his phone or laptop, whatever he has. Please know what they're doing. They're kind of taking their time. This is just my opinion.
Absolutely.
And they're building up.
Yeah.
You know, he's probably going to be charged with murder. As far as the mom, I tried to give her the benefit of the doubt because I would never want to throw harsh words at a mom that just lost a child. However, watching her rub on him during the interview on TV like he's the victim.
Just stop already. It's
so
disturbing.
that you know.
Yeah.
And just her police report, I have a hard time with that.
Yeah.
So I was a probation and parole agent here in Wisconsin from 2005 to 2017. I supervised like 5 different counties. 2 of the toughest here are Milwaukee and Waukesha, and I was in both of them. Sex offender agent, a lot of high profile guys, a lot on GPS, a lot on EMP. You know, eventually I ended up retiring. I'm in my late 40s, but I retired just because I was so burnt out. Because what you read and what you see, you can't get out of your head.
Right.
But these guys, these guys, they are so entitled and they are so sneaky and deviant. And, you know, it's just like we gave polygraphs. We put them through sex offender treatment, and I sat in treatment sometimes, and they will cry and they will feel sorry for themselves, yet they can be very personable. I know that sounds gross, but like some of these people, you wouldn't even think that they were sex offenders, or because they're so nice and they all want to be your friends. But yeah, this is a very sad case. And I do think the mom knew, because you know, there's weird behaviors as far as grooming. I'm sure she was groomed as well.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, and he probably dated her because she had a child.
I mean, that's what I think that's one of the main things. I mean, I remember saying this a couple episodes back when we were covering one of the episodes covering this case. And I said, what if he saw her, but then saw Madeline and was smitten, and she became an object of his obsession. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Right.
It just, you know, and everything is not for her. It's not everything, and not everything's for Jenny. Everything's for Madeline. You see what I'm saying? But it's through Jenny to get to Madeline. You see what I'm saying? So obviously,
right. Oh yeah, he definitely used her as a pawn, and
Absolutely.
I don't want to upset anybody in chat. I
Oh,
know
you're good.
moms, not all moms know, you know, but I think she was pretty well functioning. It sounded like she had a decent job, and she could afford hers, you know. So, but in this case, it was so often, and you know, from what I have seen or read or whatever, he was out of the house for a few months, and then he comes back on her her birthday party.
Yeah.
You know, this was her birthday party, and then he does this, and I think something went wrong. You know, not went wrong. Everything is wrong about it, but you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
he probably is like, hey, I'm 13 now. I'm a teenager. I'm not going to put up with this.
Yeah.
And something happened. And we'll see what happens with mom. If something happens, it's going to happen soon.
Yes.
Just my thought.
No, you're good. I will say this. Yes. I agree. I think that something is percolating out here. Police are doing what they have to do. Clearly, they just gave him 60 new charges, for crying out loud. So obviously, something's percolating out here in these streets, and they're not done yet with the case. So it will be only a matter of time when they stick a charge on him for M. And maybe mama as well, for M as well. I mean, you know,
she could be accessory, she could be neglected,
exactly.
You know, just anything. And you know what? Before I became a probation agent, I was a correctional officer in the prisons for about 2.5 years. A lot of sex offenders, they don't want anybody to know that they're a sex offender, but us guards, we know, and some of that leaks out.
Of course.
So trust me, if they don't have him in segregation to protect him, yeah, we'll see.
It's going to be interesting. But
thank
you.
Okay, I'll let other callers call in, but thank you for listening to me.
Of course.
I love your show. Keep up the great work.
Thank you.
I really appreciate you covering this. And since I'm from Wisconsin, the whole Elijah Vu, thank you for looking into that as well.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll have some answers with that too.
Yeah, I've been
here.
All
right, you have a good night.
Yeah, thank you. And yes, we'll talk very soon. All right.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Before I bring in more phone calls, the Elijah Vu situation, I'm still kind of waiting on some more information. I think there's some new developing information about that particular case, but as soon as I know some more stuff with Elijah Vu, we're going to be talking about that for sure. Okay, I'm going to try to get one more phone call. Hey, you on the mic with the Pascal Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Pascal. My name's Crystal. I am calling from Washington State.
Hello. How you doing? Thank you so much for calling in from Washington. What's on your mind? Speak on it.
So my thing is that, you know, there's those rumors going around that the roommate said that that the scumbag's mother knew about stuff that was on his computer and whatnot, and paid someone to not say anything.
Right.
And I think she needs to be held accountable too. You know, had she said something, possibly he would have already been in jail and Maddie would still be alive. So, and that's my take on it. And the other thing is that we need to give some grace to her actual biological father, and the fact that he's going to see these documents and know what happened to his child.
No kidding.
And I can't even imagine what he's going to go through. My daughter was essayed when she was 8 by my ex-husband, and it's still, she's 22, almost 22 today, and she's still, traumatized. Our whole family is. So
I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to dive into it, but I have to ask you, when did that happen with the ex-husband? With the ex-husband.
She was 8.
Oh, okay.
So she's almost 22 now. So it was a while ago, but those scars never heal. I mean, she has issues with relationships now and trust in men now. And when she was younger, she was violent. Got kicked out of several schools and whatnot, but she survived. Thank God I'm not in the position where I lost my child, but yeah, it's horrendous. And my ex-husband, I sent him to prison myself. Like the day that I found out, I called the cops and he was arrested.
So
but
is he the biological father of your daughter, or is this
No.
a stepdad? Or was a stepdad?
No, he was her stepfather. He had raised her from 11 months old. And I waited 5 years to even marry him to make sure that, he was a good fit for my family, that my kids loved him. And nobody knew. Nobody had any clue. She never acted afraid of him. The total opposite. Like they were 2 peas in a pod. And even after the fact, she still made excuses for him, even after he was put in jail.
Wow.
Yeah. So to all of those people saying the mother had to have known in this case, I think she knows more than she's saying. I do think that Maddie probably said something to her, but my daughter was threatened. My daughter was told that if she said anything, that he would knock her teeth down her throat. He would unalive me.
Right.
So she didn't tell until she was out of my house and in her biological father's home for the summer.
Wow. So you found out through your 8-year-old daughter when she moved out, when she went and stayed with her father, her actual biological father. Yeah. That's how you found out. It wasn't like you found out randomly, in passing type of thing. She did tell you, and then of course you called cops and he was thrown in jail.
So she went to stay with her dad for the summer.
Okay.
And while she was there, she told her stepmom, and her stepmom called me, and I immediately called the police. And they went out, they arrested him, they brought him back to Washington because this was in Arizona. They brought him back to Washington and jailed him until his sentencing.
Wow.
Yeah. And they caught him. They basically, her statement, she described his Johnson.
Okay.
And then when they took pictures of him when they arrested him, warrant for his body, and they matched those pictures to her statement.
To her description.
So.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yep. Wow. How long was it going for? How long was this going on for before the revelation?
It was approximately 6 months. It happened directly after we got married. It started.
Wow.
Yeah.
But
I waited 5 years.
Yeah. I was just going to say, so 5 years.
And right after we got married.
So there was, for 5 years, he was just a Boy Scout. There were no signs of anything, no nothing at all during that time.
Nope. Nothing.
Wow.
He wouldn't even bathe her. Like I said, he had been in her life since she was 11 months old.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't bathe her. He wouldn't clothe her. She wasn't allowed to sleep in our bed. Like, there were no normal red flags that people think of.
Right.
And I never in a million years, he had 4 of his own kids. But I did find out after the fact that after he went to prison, that his ex-wife had also had allegations against him for doing the same thing to her best friend's 3-year-old twin girls.
Oh, wow. And wait, so but
that she didn't tell me.
yeah, I was going to say, she never contacted you. There was no correspondence between you and his ex-wife at all?
Yeah, we were really good friends. She just never told me that until after the fact. She's like, oh my God, I didn't even stop to think da 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 da. I'm like, are you effing kidding me?
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, it was, I was very angry about it, but I just wanted to give my little piece that I think that his mother, if the rumors are true, they should be investigating her as well on why, like, that she paid somebody off not to say anything, because that action alone could have saved Maddie if he actually did kill her, which I do think he did. But that's just me.
Absolutely.
My opinion.
I will say,
So,
I will say this though. I mean, yes, we of course have to play both sides of the fence here because we don't know everything yet. There is still a good possibility that Jenny doesn't know anything at all, but I feel that it's a very far-fetched situation. I mean, to me, it just doesn't make sense. If somebody is out here, they lose your child, and then you're on a show, or not on a show, but you're on these interviews, holding them, caressing them, loving them, and just lying, your timeline, not timelining, as I say. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense how you can sit here and say that you didn't know anything at all. There's a difference between knowing, and then there's a difference between knowing and not knowing at all, right? And it's very black and white. There's no gray area in this situation. So I'm from someone who has gone through something like this, not like this, but with something that happened to your daughter at that time. I mean, what do you say, in regards to what's going on now with Jennifer Soto and her possible involvement with this situation?
Well, my personal opinion is, number one, the affidavit, the horrendous, painful things that this baby went through. I think she had to have told someone. I mean, there's someone out there that knew. I've heard rumors that she told a friend who then told her mother. I've also heard rumors that she did tell Jen. I don't believe she kept it to herself. This trauma, I don't think she kept to herself. I think she told somebody. I think Jen knows more than she's saying, and she's being complicit because either she's afraid of him, which now he's in jail. So I would, if it was me, like when I found out, the other thing about her is when I found out, I couldn't speak. Like I had to be medicated that night, like legit medicated, because I couldn't function.
Wow.
And her coming on interviews and having absolutely no sign of fear or remorse or sadness or anything, whether people chalk it up to her being on mental health meds or not. I'm a nurse. And yes, sometimes certain meds can give you a flat affect, but you still have some emotion.
Right.
And she doesn't show any.
Zero.
And that's why I think that she's complicit in this, if at least she's complicit in it, if not more.
And I think it's also like the fear of losing her man. I know that sounds crazy. I've said this before,
absolutely.
And I called it digmatized, but I'm being real. And I don't mean that to be funny, but it really is like maybe how he moves in the bedroom. Maybe it's him, just everything, just being a man and being there. That fear of not, of losing someone, the fear of being alone. She's like, I will deal with this. I will deal with him, warts and all. His good and his bad, because it's someone with me, it's a partner, so on and so forth. You know what I mean? So there could be that threat.
I think she definitely.
Go ahead.
I think she definitely has low self-esteem.
Yeah.
For sure. But honestly, like after this happened with my child, I did not introduce another man into my kids' lives. I didn't remarry until after my kids were grown and out of my house, because you can't, when it happened, you can't believe that the person that you trusted and waited so long to marry and thought you did all the right things, and they still weren't. You can't trust anybody.
Yeah. No,
That's the bottom line here. You can never fully trust anybody with your children.
so
period.
so now that your daughter, I know that she's dealing with the things that she's dealing with, and hopefully is she getting the help that, the counseling and the therapy and the help that she needs right now?
She did. She went through therapy for a few years, and like I said, she's still at almost 21 now. She's a mess. Her relationships are a mess, and we're dealing with some family issues because of this, with my brand new grandbaby, and it stays with you for the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
And moms and dads, especially single parents, please, please, please do not ever fully put your trust in anyone, family or otherwise, because you never know. You never know someone's true intent.
So she's about to be 22. You just said that there's
21.
Oh, she's about to be 21. Okay.
Yeah.
But she is okay. So she's still working through things, but you said that there was something about a new grandbaby that just came into the world. Is this her grandbaby?
Yeah.
Is this her child, or is it another?
Yes.
Oh, it's her. Oh, what's, if you mind me asking, what's going, you said that there's some tension or problems going on with the grandbaby. What's going on with the grandbaby, if you mind me asking?
She had the baby with a boy that she had met on the internet. They saw each other a few times. She got pregnant. She is not ready to be a mom, so she has chose to now give my granddaughter to this boy that she barely knew, who is her father, but it's causing, obviously issues,
Right.
because she doesn't want to be a mother to a child because she's not mentally ready after everything that she's been, had to deal with. So she just gave her up. And it's been heartbreaking for the family because on one hand, that's my granddaughter and I love her, and I want the best for her. On the other hand, that's my daughter, and I know the trauma she's gone through. And the best thing to do if you don't want a child and you don't believe in abortion is to give the baby to someone who does. But giving her to her dad, who she barely knows as it is,
Yeah.
So we're going through that stuff. But
Yeah.
like I said, it's a chain of events. It's passing on now to my granddaughter.
Yeah.
What has happened to my child is now a fear for her. So now she's giving her child away because she can't cope. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
I will say, one, I do appreciate you sharing this with the family, sharing it with all of us, this your situation. I know that's not why you called. But at the same time, I will say, if there is room or inspiration to speak to your daughter into maybe seeking more therapy, maybe it is therapy that you can be together with, because it seems like there is some sort of dissonance between not only just what happened to her, but between you and her. You see what I'm saying? That maybe it will change, maybe it'll change the dynamics within the women in the family, the granddaughter, you and your daughter. You see what I'm saying? It's just something I was just thinking about. Are you talking to anybody? Are you talking to a professional at all?
I did for a while after it happened. I felt completely responsible. And it's hard for me sometimes in these kinds of groups because people blame the mom, and I've been there, and I believe my child. Like, there was no doubt. And I felt like I did the right thing by turning him in. He only served 2.5 years, by the way.
What?
He pled. He was supposed to get 7 years to life, and because of good behavior and time served, he only served 2.5 years. And he doesn't have to register as a sex offender. So, but I did go through some therapy. I mean, it helped a little, but it sticks with you for the rest of your life. That's why I don't understand this woman's reactions.
Yeah,
I just don't get it.
yeah. And I agree. The reaction she has is weird. It's calloused. It's very callous. It's very disconnected and all that. And yeah, I can only. It just screams guilty party. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm still wondering a lot of different things about that. But I want to say I appreciate you calling in and just talking to us. I think that it is important to work on. Obviously, I'm not a therapist. Okay, I just play one on TV. Okay, but I do think it's important that if you can't be happy, you can't make other people happy as well. I think it's important to find the happiness and find that balance for yourself. I absolutely 110% recommend your daughter going and getting the proper therapy that she deserves. And, because I think that it's lifelong. It's not just a temporary, sporadic every once in a while thing. Because she does now have a legacy. She has her little one that she needs to be connecting to and wanting to be a part of that child's life, because I'd hate for her to realize that she made a mistake too late. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. And the thing is that, you're talking about lifelong trauma. This girl was just turned 13 years old. Her mom was taking her to a doctor because of behavior issues. That was trauma. Like, her behaviors had nothing to do with ADD or whatever she said, autism. That was withdrawal and isolation from trauma.
Right.
And I see it all the time in my line of work as a nurse. Like, that's the bigger picture. Like, she wasn't mentally, mental health wise with the diagnosis of ADHD or autism. Her mom overlooked that too, if she didn't know.
Right.
But yeah, that's kind of my piece of it.
Well, I will say thank you so much for calling in. I really do appreciate it. And I know we went off the beaten path a little bit, but at the same time, this is why people call in. This is why there's room to have this kind of conversation. And I hope that there's a few takeaways that you can take for yourself and the fam that are watching and listening right now. They take it, take a little piece of advice as well. And it takes a lot of bravery to call in and tell your story. No matter how fun or traumatic it is, it does take a lot of bravery to share it here.
Yeah.
Okay. But thank you so much for calling in. And, I hope things change for you guys. I'm praying for you guys. Real talk.
Yeah. Thank you, Pascal.
No problem,
I appreciate it.
No problem.
Alrighty.
See you in the chat.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, that is the end of Speak on It. But, I do want to say again, I know I'm just a regular guy, okay? But I do care about you guys. And I really do care about what's going on with every single last one of y'all. And yeah, I know I've said this before because we've had some really great, amazingly deep, thought-provoking conversations on the show that sometimes are inspired from the cases that we're covering. I just want you to know this is a place to call. This is a place to have a conversation. Like I said, I'm not a therapist, but at the same time, I ain't Dr. Phil, but at the same time, I do care. And if there's any little bit that I can give, any bit of advice I can give, I'm more than honored to be a part of that, or even to just be a listening ear. That's the most important part here. I'm here to listen, to laugh with you and cry with you and maybe argue with you if I have to, whatever it may be. But I'm here. Okay. So I appreciate you guys coming in and putting in your 2 cents. And so I appreciate that call. And I appreciate all the phone calls. That was a very wonderful Speak On It segment. But when we come back to this situation, back to this pig vomit situation, it is pretty mind-blowing, okay, that this guy is looking at 60 charges, and it's all because of the things that he had in his phone. It's pretty mind-blowing. It's heartbreaking. You know, I've said every other word under the sun to describe how bad this is, okay? But it also gives us a little bit of insight on the fact that they are not done yet. We woke up today, minding our own business, doing what we usually do for the day, to find out mid-morning, mid-afternoon, whenever it was dropped, that 60 charges were filed against Pig Vomit. To me, this says they're doing everything they can to lock whoever is involved up as quickly as possible. Is it her? Is Jenna going to be a part of this? I guess we're going to have to wait and see for sure. And we will, I'm sure we're going to find out soon enough. Okay. Let me get these really quick. Martinique, thanks so much for the 5. They could have been screenshots. This is what you called in to say. Yeah. To restore after reset. And I don't know, maybe, but I don't know. I don't think so much, but it's a possibility. SVR Fame, thank you so much for becoming a member. Welcome to the family. And again, just like everybody else who's become a member this evening, it really means a lot. Please hit that join button down below. Become a member. Okay. Support if you can. April, thank you so much for the 2. I really don't believe the mother didn't know nada. You know, I agree with you as well. I just don't believe it either, that she didn't know anything at all. Like, I call cap on that. Okay. Or for those of y'all who don't know what cap means, it means lies. Like, I think she's lying. Okay. I call cap, I call lies. Okay. Martinique, again, thank you so much for the 5. Thank you so much for the support, guys. I really do appreciate it. Can we have a therapy segment as a family one day? Never know who needs us. Yes, absolutely. I mean, this is kind of the reason why I'm pulling up the phone calls again, so we can get kind of accustomed to the phone calls again. You know what I'm saying? So trust and believe we will be doing a segment on the show that I'm working on right now as we speak, for the show. And it'll be a segment that I'll explain in a few days. I'm not ready for it yet, but it's something I want to bring in for the show. And it'll be something completely different, but it'll be also helpful as well. Martinique, thank you so much. Wow. Thank you so much for being so giving. Thank you for gifting one person a membership. Hey, sharing is caring, and we are all here for it. Thank you so very, very much. Okay. I appreciate it. Yeah, Nicole, I had to do the language breakdown. Some of y'all are like, what does cap mean? Cap? What does cap mean? So I had to explain it. Okay. I'm trying to get everybody, savvy, or I'm trying to get them pervy to the situation. See what I did there? So I appreciate you guys for being here. You guys are amazing. You guys are dope. Thank you so much for the conversation. Okay. But that is the show. I know. Oh, damn. You know what I mean? That sucks. Okay. MIC. See you real soon. Okay. I appreciate you guys for being here. It really does mean a lot. Thank you so much. Please be sure to hit that like button down below before you leave. Okay. Hit that follow button on my Facebook page. Hit that reaction button if you're watching on Facebook underneath this video right here. Hit that love, hit that heart, hit that laugh emoji, whatever it is. Whatever this show made you feel, please be sure to do that in the reaction button down below. Don't forget to hit that follow button on my Facebook page. Hit that subscribe button on my YouTube channel. Dagnabbit. Okay, we're almost at 119,000 guys. Wow, that's wow. That's fan freaking tastic. Pretty crazy. Okay, we're almost there. So please hit that subscribe button, crush it. Okay, we're gonna keep having these great conversations. We're gonna keep talking about the news and topics that are going on in true crime and in pop culture. So please be sure to subscribe and be a part of the channel. Okay, hit that join button down below. Consider becoming part of the family. Okay, please and thank you. Do not forget, check out my Patreon, patreon.com/The Pascal Show. It's in the ticket down below, going that way as we speak. Check out my merch page, pascalmerch.com. Your boy's working hard out here in these streets, okay, to give you guys stories and the things that you need for the day, okay? So please show some love. That'd be greatly appreciated. Okay, guys. Anyway, guys, I got to get going. I love you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your night. And I will see you guys very, very soon. We got some stories to tell. We got conversations to have. So I'll most likely see you guys in the morning. So just make sure that notification bell is set to all. Ring that bell, set it to all. Make sure it's on so you know whenever I go live, whenever I upload, because it's random as F. Because I never know what the day brings. Okay, so please be sure to do that. Okay? Anyway, guys, much love to you. We'll be talking very soon. Okay? Oh, wait. Debbie, I'm going to fix this right now. We're fixing you right now. There you go. You've been upgraded. Enjoy, Debbie. Yes. Namaste. Anyway, guys, appreciate all y'all. Be talking to you guys very, very soon. Much love. See y'all soon. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. I'll see you guys tomorrow. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.